Okay, so thank you very much for joining this webinar. This is to discuss how waste can benefit your business and obviously how you can record it within TUCO Online and how simple it is and the reporting and how it will affect stock that you can get in the system. So as you can imagine, wastage is a big thing for any business, restaurants, cafes, bars, universities, is a huge thing. Now we understand that some people record wastage in different ways and some necessarily don't always record that, but there is ways that we can record it even if it doesn't in fact affect your stocks. As you can imagine, wastage is a huge part of any business, and being able to report that and actually be able to see that visibly is the biggest impact on your business. There's different ways that we can record wastage in our system. One is via the back of house, and if you have an EPOS system, we can also link to that and be able to take the wastage that may be recorded through your EPOS as well and identify the differences between that, being it from recording of the individual ingredients that are sold, but also down to any dishes that are sold. But also if you produce a full batch recipe, you can waste that in the back of house as well. So we're going to take you through how this is recorded. If we just jump onto our system itself. So the way that wastage is recorded within the TUCO Online platform is we go into our admin cogs at the top of the screen, and down the left hand side, along with the other modules that you have, we have a wastage management. And in here you can see there's a few different drop downs that populate. Part of being able to record waste is you are able to actually record different reasons for that. These reasons are set up by yourself and you can have as many as you wish, and these can be controlled in a way that basically affect the way that they affect your stock. To record a wastage, all we have to do is click on the waste monitoring tool on the left, and it will give us the two different ways to record wastage. I have two different ways set up in my system. One is linked to my EPOS system and one is recorded for back of house. It's simply clicking an icon on the right hand side that says log the data. When we click on that, it gives us a few options to search for. In the bottom of the screen, I can see that the recently wasted items that I've already done in the past. I am able to look back at any previous items that I've purchased. So from this drop down here, I can look at the last month, the last 3 months, or the last 6 months of purchases. I can also look at any produced items. So for instance, if I produce a tray of something as part of a production, I can also waste that, and it will waste those ingredients that are part of that. One thing that's important is always make sure that the date that you have selected is the correct day that it was actually recorded on. So if your kitchens or your front of house staff note that down in a book, as long as they put the date next to it, you can record it on the correct day that it was actually taken place. And obviously that aids with reporting in the background to make sure that these products are wasted correctly. So if I click on my date that I wish it to recorded, so I'm going to go back into my 24th, that's going to go for the 26th. I can select a reason as to why it's being wasted. So here I can see my cooked too much, damaged product, and out of date. So I'm going to select out of date. I'm able to search for a product that I've purchased in the last month or the last 3 months. Or if I wish to use the products that I've already wasted at the bottom here in the past, I can use these as well. So I'm going to use these for ease. So if I pick the lemons at the top of the screen, you can see that these are the pack size that I buy them in is individual. So if I wish to waste 2 of those, I record a 2 in that box there, and it will record each. If they are sold in different pack sizes, you would then be able to pick that on the right hand side as well. So for instance, if I look at this pork mince here, I purchase it by the kilo. So if I wish to waste half a kilo, I can type in 500 and then type grams on the right hand side. Once I've entered the products that I wish, so if I enter 1 kilo of pears as well, I can then click log products, and that will then log that wastage for me as well. So 3 products have been wasted. If I go into my flash report, and I'll just refresh my screen to pull that information through, I can now see that the wastage that I've just recorded, which was on the 26th, I can see that I've now got £8.22's worth of wastage, and that's fed through to my flash report. So it would then give me a breakdown on that day of my total wastage and obviously impact my GP accordingly. I can report on any wastage. And if I go to my reporting within the wastage module, I can see I've got analysis reports. If I click on this section here, I can pick a defined report if I wish. I can look at a specific unit or all units if I wish also. I can also pick this across different reporting periods, either via a date range or by the periods that are set up within the system. If I click display, I would then be able to display that information on the screen. And you can see the first thing it gives me is a list of the products and the values of those products and the quantities and obviously how much it's cost and the percentage of whichever product has been wasted the most. As I scroll across on these view types at the top, I can then see by the reasons. So what the reasons for those products and the values of those. I can see by location, if I had location set up. I can also see the unit. So if you've got multiple units, you would then be able to see the total amount. Also the movement of what has been going on. So this is all wasted back of house and what days specifically this was taking place on. So you can see all the wastage by days. You can also export this data into an Excel spreadsheet. So if I click on an Excel document at the top, I can then open that up and actually see the full details of every single product that's been wasted through the system itself. So here I can see all these products that have been wasted, the pack size, the category, the secondary category, what monitor it was recorded against, what unit it was for, the reason behind it, and the date it took place, and the quantities and the values of those products. What also happens is all that wastage will be fed into your stock take. Now we have two different types of stock take, obviously on the TUCO platform, is that you can have the standard stocks and the advanced stocks. So if I just take a look quickly at the basic stocks. I've not got one open, there we go. So my date range doesn't quite finish into this period, but what would happen is that would then record in our summary and you would then get a wastage summary in our stock takes as well. So this is where my wastage will be recorded. Okay. So if you would like to post any questions in the comments box on the right-hand side, we'll be gladly take those questions for you. Also, if you wish to drop any questions, I can see there's a couple coming in. Let me just open up. So it's all prices system. So to apologise, it's all prices. I've just had a comment regarding is all the products and prices in the system. So all products would be loaded in based on your TUCO suppliers. So whichever products you purchase and whichever suppliers you use, they would be the products you'd be able to waste against. And obviously, based on your wastage, you will be able to waste against products that you've actually purchased, rather than actually just having to waste against nothing. The next question we got. Yes, there will be, the webinar will be available to download. It will be released at a further date, probably next week. So you will be able to take that. Okay. Does anybody else have any further questions at all? Okay, I don't see any coming in, but if you do have any questions, either regarding TUCO Online, or if you'd like to have any further questions regarding the wastage indirectly, please feel free to get in touch. We will be contacting you over the next couple of weeks just to ask how your feedback on the webinar and how you felt about it. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to come back to us.